Hello, everyone. Welcome to our podcast.
Hello.
How you doing?
I'm doing fine.
Yeah. How's your day?
It was bueno.
Bueno. Well, good. So welcome to our podcast again. So it was a busy day in Boston sports. If you know us, you know that we're huge Boston fans. Anything Boston, we're fans of. Our kids are pretty much the same way. But yeah, with that said, today we're going to have a special guest on our podcast. It's going to be Edwin. He's going to be live from.
I'm trying.
Huh?
Let me tell him to do that.
We're live. He's going to be live from Portland, Oregon. And we're going to talk about this busy sports day today. So we're going to try to get him to join here, our podcast. Just bear with us for a minute or two. And he should be popping up here.
Because when I do it, it says he's already invited.
Already invited, so he has to accept it or something and then join. So.
Where is he?
I feel like I should be bidding or something, or writing a
Bidding.
Final Jeopardy.
Stupid. Louis, Edwin.
Speaking of game shows, I guess like people are trying to get because Pat Sajak is retiring, so they're trying to get Pat Sajak's daughter to do it or something. So I don't know.
That's weird.
I think they said something about Ryan Seacrest taking over. I don't know. So that's going to be all different.
I don't know.
I know. It's going to be different without him. I mean, but what are you going to do? I mean, he's going to
I was
retire.
saying I don't know about Edwin.
Oh. I thought we were still talking about Wheel of Fortune.
No. Wheel of Fortune?
Yeah.
Oh, when you said Pat Sajak, I was thinking of Jeopardy.
Well, because we were doing the whole Jeopardy thing.
Oh,
And
here
then
he is.
it went to Wheel of
Just trying to.
Anyways, we have live from Portland, Oregon, Edwin Diaz. What's up, Edwin? Can you hear us?
I sure can. What's going on?
Oh, not much. I like it, man. So yeah, we're just gonna be talking about a busy day in sports, huh?
It sure was. It was.
Glasses, by the way.
It was the end of an era, and also maybe the blossoming of a new era. I don't know. Well, only
Yeah,
time will
man.
tell.
Yeah. So yeah, let's get right to it, man. Bergeron, man. You woke up this morning and heard the news. So what'd you think about it?
I don't think I could put into words how demoralizing it was to, wake up to have a great work day, and I have to start my day by seeing a piece of my childhood died. I mean, the guy's been playing in the Bruins since 2003, 19 full seasons. I mean, what, 6 Selkies, a Stanley Cup, 3 gold medals, 424, maybe 427 goals,
Yeah.
a lot of charity work. Just an all-around good guy. We
Yeah.
lost a good one, but like I was telling some people at work earlier, he left on his own terms.
Yeah.
So he was one hit away. Who's to say next year he wouldn't have gotten like a bad injury or something like that? He got to leave healthy for his wife and kids because, they do have a life off ice. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Absolutely.
Like athletes are people too. So he
Absolutely.
got to leave on his own terms, and despite the Game 7 loss, he left on top.
Yeah, I mean, good guy like you said, man, and 1,300 games, man, in the NHL. That's a lot of games.
No, it really is. People are lucky to see 500. Very few are lucky to see 1,000.
Right.
And, I looked up before we recorded, 1,000 points. You know how many players in the history of the NHL, which goes back, I would say 120, maybe 130 years, have 1,000 points?
Wow. How many?
97.
Really?
So he is one of 97 people to accomplish that. We were lucky enough to have him for his whole career, man. Damn.
Absolutely.
Sucks.
Absolutely.
But hey,
I mean,
good for him.
Pretty much saw him. I mean, he was like a young guy, man. I think he was in the second round, 45th pick overall, I think, something like that. But yeah, developed, and I mean, all the way up to a captain, and which brings the. I mean, who do you think is going to be the next captain? You thinking?
Next captain's got to be Marchand, but I do have doubts about that.
What you thinking? Because I mean, my vote it would be on Martian, and I think it's almost like a no-brainer. But that's to me. I'm a little biased because we've seen him, man, the little ball of hate, man. We've
That's what
seen
I'm saying.
him.
We seen him grow up.
Yeah, we seen him grow up. I mean, he was. Remember the day, when he used to lick people and stuff like that. So.
Now, if we're talking about the embodiment of what it means to be a Boston Bruin, it is a guy who gets under your skin, a guy who can draw penalties. You call him an instigator, call him a rat, whatever you call him. You know what I call him? I call him 100 points in a season.
Exactly.
That's what I
Guaranteed.
call him. I call him a guaranteed 30 goals, at least 50 assists.
Yep.
That's what I call him. I call him a gamer. You hate him
Yeah.
if he's not on your team. You love him if he is. Just like KG, A-Rod, whoever it
Right.
was. You would love to have, unfortunately, Matthew Kachuk,
Yeah.
people like him. Um,
Like how many
but
shorthanded
with that
goals does
being
this guy
said,
have?
I don't know, but I know he has a Boston Bruins record. Maybe
I
an
mean,
NHL record. He has a lot.
yeah, no, yeah. You're short-handed, and he's on the ice. You're thinking score. You know what I mean? So,
Yeah,
the guy's
exactly. It's
that
kind of
good,
hard to
man.
be on the power play when you're pretty much on the penalty kill when you got that guy attacking.
Exactly. Exactly.
But with that being said, I think age is a factor. I mean, if you think about it, Zdeno Chara was in Boston for about 13 years. He was older up there. It was about time to part ways. But Marchand's up there too. I mean, are you really going to give the captaincy to a guy who's only going to play 2, 3 more years and keep having that turnover?
Yeah.
So I think maybe McAvoy has a shot, maybe Carl has a shot, but I think Marchand deserves it, even though it might be like a
No.
a,
Yeah,
a
I think so
hand me
too.
down. I think he does deserve it. He's done his time. He's paid his dues.
Yep. No, I agree. I think it's going to be him. How long do you think it's going to take for them to like decide, or you think it's going to be right away? You're going to take, they're going to take some time just to like let it be. So in a way, so that it doesn't take away from Patrice. You know what I mean? Like, you know what I'm saying? I
Knock
think
him
just
off.
like he just announced it today, so give it some time and celebrate him and stuff like that, and then. You know what I'm saying? Because I think if they
I
announce the next captain like right away, it almost will take away from him. So
I
I
think you
think
go about it
yeah,
two ways. You can either be sentimental and give him his time. I would go this route. You be sentimental, give him his time to be celebrated, plan the date to hang his number in the rafters. Start the process of waiting 5 years for him to get in the Hall of Fame because he's a
right,
first ballot 100% Hall of Famer.
right,
Um, because this year, I don't know if the Bruins are going to be as good as they were last year. So I say you give it the time. You make this season about him. You kind of try. You know what I mean? You're going to try to win the Stanley Cup. I mean, look at the
sure,
Panthers. They were an 8 seed and they almost won that thing.
yeah,
Um, or you could be like, listen, we had the best team of all time. We lost in Game 7 at home after tying it with like a minute left. Or
right.
no, actually, they were winning with a minute left and they gave up the goal.
Yeah, they gave up the
Um,
goal. Yeah,
you could say it's time to get back to business. Let's
sure,
go.
sure. And at the end of the
But
day,
next season,
it is a business.
it is a
I know
business.
we get attached to the players and stuff like that, and us as fans, we get excited and everything, and but we also have to realize that they're human beings too. And they work just like we work, and you know what I mean. But yeah, it's God, it's a tough one, man. Like how old were you when he, what 6, 7 years old when he came to the Bruins? So
Six.
yeah,
Started watching hockey at 10, so that's all I've known.
yeah, right, right. No,
It's
that's
tough.
crazy.
It hurt. Like I said, a piece of my childhood took a hit the other day. Or actually
Right.
the other day, sorry. This morning.
Right, right. No, but yeah, like I said, man, 1,300 games and just a class act. I mean, you've never heard anything bad about this guy. You know what I mean?
No
Always talks
fighting,
to the
man.
media. Yeah, right. You know what I mean? And protects his players and stuff like that. So yeah, it's gonna suck seeing him go, man. But yeah, but good for
And
him,
you know
like
how
you
you
said.
can tell he's a good guy?
Huh?
And you know how you can tell he's an overall good guy?
How's that?
And because those clowns on Felger and Maz said something nice about him. And
Oh,
they're only negative. They're
right.
all
If he's
negative.
yeah. No, that's
So
one
that's
of
how
my
you know he's good.
yeah. No, exactly. That's a good point.
And you
So
named our beagle after him.
well, yeah, our dog Virgin, Virgin
That's
on
what I'm saying.
Facebook.
Bergie the GOAT.
So,
Can you
yeah,
raise the
I
camera
saw
a
special
little
guest
bit?
Levi in the last podcast. Where's Bergie at? We need
He's
Bergie on the
actually
podcast.
he's passed out right now, not too far from us right now. We can see him.
on his Bruins blanket.
Yeah, it was such a
Come on,
busy
today's his day.
sports day that he's
It's right there.
he's out for the count. So,
I think
but
we all
moving
are.
on to baseball, man. The Red Sox.
Wait a minute.
Go Sox. What's
You need
up?
to raise the camera a little bit.
She wants to see your full forehead, man.
You're cut off at your.
I see my full forehead on this
Yeah.
camera right now. I don't know what's going on
There you go.
here.
There you go.
What bobblehead is that you have there?
Well, this right here
The
is the
baseball, yeah.
Kike Hernandez walk-off in the 2021 ALDS against the Tampa Bay Rays.
Exactly. So so let's talk about that, man. Kike, my boy, man, he's gone. So what
Let's
are your
talk.
thoughts on that?
Here are my honest thoughts about Kike, and I'm not just saying this because he's gone now. Baseball's a business. He's cool, thank you, but I mean, I think we won that trade. We got a minor leaguer who's 4-0, and they could blossom into studs. Love
Yeah.
Kike. He's probably my favorite Red Sox player of the last 2 years. But with that being said, I think it is severely underrated how important this guy was in Red Sox history. Think about the postseason he had in 2021.
Yep.
Think about the year the Red Sox had in 2020. They were so bad they got the third pick. They were garbage.
Yes.
They were trash.
Yes.
And all of a sudden, hey, let's sign Kike Hernandez. Let's see what we can do with this team. They go all the way to the ALCS thanks to this guy right here going off in the playoffs. So he brought life back to Boston, or brought baseball back to Boston in a couple. 2019, 2020, 2021 were kind of weird, but hey, Fenway was rocking whenever he was hitting walk-offs. So I don't want to hear any negative things about him.
Absolutely. I'm a little biased because he's from my hometown in Puerto Rico. So God, I was so excited when when he signed with the Red Sox. You know what I mean? It was huge, and just because we're proud, and Puerto Ricans are proud, and just seeing him and coming from our from our
I
town.
knew he was going back to Dodgers.
And he's going back to the Dodgers.
So I told Edwin, Abuelo's gonna be.
Yeah.
He's probably happy.
Hey, they love him over there.
Yeah, so no, seeing him, seeing somebody from your hometown, Puerto Rico, it's such a small place and stuff like that. But just like I said, we're so proud, and it was pretty cool. But at least he's going back to the Dodgers, a place that he knows, and hopefully he can do something. But the thing with Kike is that good teammate, loyal, and all that stuff. But I think he was just playing out of place this year. I mean, the guy, he's like a super utility player, But I think he had a lot of errors, but he was out of place. I mean, he's like an outfielder more, and he was just, I don't know.
I get it. This year in 2023 moving forward, I'm taking Jarren Duran over him. I'm sorry to say it. I'm taking Masataka Yoshida over him. Sorry to say it. Verdugo's a gamer. I'm not sorry to say that one.
Yeah.
And, he's a great baseball player. He's just not a shortstop. I think Red Sox management, Alex Cora kind of did him dirty. That's why everybody's calling him Kike Hernandez.
Yeah.
That's not his fault. That is not his fault.
Right.
But unfortunately, when you are tasked to play the shortstop position, a position with Francisco Lindor, Fernando Tatis, like premier players, Xander Bogaerts in this league, you got to be able to hit, man. I mean, and unfortunately, this guy's hitting 220. He couldn't hit water if he fell out of a boat. Hate to say it, but that's just how it is. Look at Javi Baez. Dude can't hit, but he can feel, and he still has a job. But unfortunately, he's just not doing either right now. But I still love him, though. I'm just happy that Red Sox Kike Hernandez jerseys will probably be about $40 now, and I will get one.
Yeah. No, and yeah, I know. And back to what you were saying, they got two pitchers out of it. One's, I guess, a real, legit minor leaguer. The other one came up with the Dodgers this year. So, he's got to be decent, right? If he came up with the Dodgers and stayed up or whatever. So, but two young arms, and we definitely need that. So, hate to see him go. Just that the Red Sox had a lot of injuries this year, and a lot of those guys are coming back. That's why he was pretty much like the odd man out,
Think about it. He's playing shortstop, and Trevor Story's about to come back, and you have like the number maybe 5 prospect in Marcelo Meyer down in the minors right now.
Yeah.
Just wrong team. That's why I'm glad he's going back. He's going to be utilized way better over there.
Yeah, me too. I'm glad that he's going back to the Dodgers. But listen, you have to get excited for the Red Sox. We get some good pitchers, man. Look out. Casas is developing pretty good. Like you said, Duran is a young player. Yoshida, Mata. It's a good little core right there that we got going on, man.
It's a good core, but I'm telling you, we will. I guarantee you, the future of the Boston Red Sox will be determined in the next 48 hours.
Yeah.
Trade deadline's coming up in a
Right.
week, and they've had 2 games against the best team in the league, the Braves. They're really about to see, hey, can we compete against these guys? Or are we going to be buyers or sellers?
Yeah. Well, we split the 2 games earlier in the season with the Braves. So we're kind of hot right now. I know we're like.
Very hot.
One day we're not, but hopefully, we can do something. But yeah, you're right. I agree with you.
You could be hot for 3 weeks out of over 26 weeks. You can be hot for 21 days and win the World Series.
Right, absolutely. So no, we'll see what happens, man. There's a lot of people out there that are being sellers. I think today I was reading somewhere that the White Sox are probably going to try to dump everybody. So yeah, we'll see what happens.
Oh, they're sellers. The White Sox, the fake Sox, they are. I hate to say it, they're garbage. That team sucks.
Yeah.
Sorry for any White Sox viewers. My God, just find a new team, man.
Yeah.
The Cubs aren't that bad.
Right. Right.
The division is.
The division is crazy, man. Like, the Orioles. It's just crazy, man. And I was like, it was funny because I was watching the Red Sox game the other day on ESPN. And when you're watching on ESPN, it has the Red Sox and it has the Mets and then it has the record and stuff like that. And the Sox, I think they were 5 or 6 games better than the Mets. And then the Red Sox said, I think he said last in AL East, and then the freaking Mets are like 1 game back or something, from first place or something, which is incredible. You know what I mean?
No, it blows my mind. The Red Sox will be leading
Or,
two divisions right now,
um,
and that's how I don't know how to judge them. Are they good? Are they bad?
right,
Record would say they're mid, but
right,
I look at the record and I see, wow, 15
right,
one-run
right,
losses, and you're
right.
only 8 games behind the number one team in the league.
Yeah.
That's pretty good if you ask me. So I'm tired of people sleeping on him. I tried telling people in the beginning of the year, don't sleep on this team. Um, I want my flowers. I want my credit. I tried telling you. I tried telling cousin David. I tried telling all of NTAG Jacksonville, do not sleep on this team.
What?
And I'll be a rich man come October. We'll
Yeah.
say that.
Yeah.
Don't sleep. This team's good. This
Yeah.
team's good.
Yeah. So,
This team's
man,
good.
I hear you. So,
The team that Dad hates on.
Oh, the Celtics? Oh man, he
the
hates
biggest
Celtics. My God.
contract. Let's shift now to basketball. Like I said, huge busy day in Boston sports. You know what I mean? So we already talked about Patrice Bergeron, of course, NHL Bruins. We talked about Kike, MLB Red Sox, and let's talk about NBA Jaylen Brown. Your thoughts on his humongous contract?
Worth every penny.
Really?
They underpaid him.
Dang.
I like him.
My man, who? Jaylen Brown?
Yes.
My man's gonna make over $60 million a year.
And he's cute.
Jaylen Brown's the man. I'll tell you what's a big problem in the Boston sports media that I don't understand and I hate when people do. They have a huge case of recency bias because, again, I think a lot of Boston sports media follows those clowns, Felger and Maz. They should really be listening to Zolak and Bertrand because at least they're fair about the subjects. All you see on Instagram, Facebook, Twitter right now is you gave $303 million to a guy who can't dribble with his left hand. You know what I say? We gave $303 million to a guy who carried us to the NBA Finals and Jason Tatum didn't want to show up against the Warriors. That was the most consistent player we had. He's been the most consistent player we have. And in my opinion, he's more efficient than Jason Tatum. They're both great. Tatum has a higher potential. You're paying for potential, in my opinion. But for Jaylen Brown, you're paying for the actual product itself. Might be a controversial opinion. Worth every penny.
Yeah, I think it's probably gonna be 50-50 split on what you just said. I mean, you know what I'm saying? But so let's put this in perspective. And I know people have their opinions, and it's not the same. You can't compare because inflation and all this stuff. But the championship year, what year was that? 2008, 2007, 2008?
It was too long ago, 15 years ago, 2008.
Right.
Actually,
2008,
June
2009,
17th, 2008. It happened on 6/17.
right? Oh, that's awesome. That's right. So listen to
Yeah.
this. And again, you can't compare because of market value and all that stuff, right? But that championship team, right? Who was it? Pierce, the truth, right? You had KG. I mean,
Yes.
the man, loved that guy.
Big
Rajon
ticket.
Rondo, right? Ray Allen,
man,
for
Hall of Famer.
3, right? Ray Allen for 3, and Big Perk, right? Big Country, Big Perk, right?
I mean, we're leaving out the most important part of that team, that bench. James Posey, Eddie House, Leon Poe, the ticket stub.
No, but I'm just talking about the starting 5, the ones that I just mentioned, the starting 5.
Oh,
right?
yeah.
Pierce, KG, Rondo, Perk, and Ray Allen, right? I mean, they had the big 3, and then, I mean, it was just an awesome team. And I agree with you, the bench was pretty amazing, too. And it's good to see a lot of them, they're like doing, was Scalabrini on that team, too, or no?
It sure was.
I mean,
the White
man,
Mamba.
the White Mamba, right? But he, and I'm glad that a lot of them are like, doing games and stuff for like Boston Sports, net or whatever it is, right? But
Oh, yeah.
the last year of Jaylen Brown's contract, right? It's going to be the one that he just signed, 2028 and 2029. You know how much he's going to make that year?
I know it's backloaded, so I think it was, 70, 75?
Well, that last year he's going to make $69 million in that year.
That's crazy.
Right? So now, but get this. The 5 that I just said, again, Paul Pierce, the truth, KG, right? Hall of Famers, Big Perk, Ray Allen, another Hall of Famer, and Rajon Rondo, which, it can go either way. You know what their salary was that year that they won the championship?
If I had to guess, I would say KG. I think he was the highest paid player in the league history at that time, so he's probably making, if I had to guess, I'd say $20 million.
No, I'm talking about, so all 5 of them starters that I just mentioned a few times.
Oh, combined?
They're combined. You know what their salary was?
I would say probably like
$80
$80 million.
$62 million.
That's crazy.
And this guy is going to make in 2028, which is 3 years from now. Well, yeah, 3 years. Well, how many years did he sign? 5, right?
Well, it was a 5-year extension, so that kicks in after next year.
Yeah. So, yeah, from the year of 2028, 29, he's going to make $7 million. Again, market value, inflation, blah, 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 blah. Say all
I
you
mean, it's
want.
not even market value inflation. You got to take into account. I mean, if you think about what Adam Silver's done with the game, he's expanded the game to China severely. I mean, you got like 1 million people over there, man. So you got more eyes watching. You got new TV deals. So
No,
of
no,
course
I
that
get it.
salary
I
cap's
get
going to
it. There's
go
more
up.
money.
Yeah.
No, there's a ton of more money. But
Yeah, there's a
holy
lot
crap,
more, and
man.
the salary that I guarantee you in like 5 years that's gonna be a good contract. That's how much I think they're the Stars because he's a top 15 player. I guarantee you that's gonna be pennies to the dollar on
Yeah.
what you know what I mean. Like the salary cap's gonna keep going up. They might make 80, 90, 100 million.
No, yeah, I'm right. No, I mean,
So
like you said, deals, TV deals, and all that stuff. More people, prices. I mean, hot dog, a beer, a drink, whatever. God knows how much it is now. You know what I mean? But oh man, what do you think about it? Good talk. But go Bruins. Yeah, but
not today.
no,
Sad.
it's just crazy, man. I think that it's gonna be. I don't know how you're gonna feel about it, and it's people out there are gonna think about it, but there's got to be something like if you get hurt, I don't know, man. Maybe dropping down to like 50%. I don't know, man.
Yeah, that's not fair.
These guys, man, they get hurt and they're out for like the whole year, or whatever, and still making all that money, man. It's
What about
just
Gronk?
who?
Gronk.
Hey, man, don't talk about Gronk. That's a different story.
What? Hold on.
I
What?
had to
What?
watch-
I'm so confused.
No, I'm just saying. What I was saying is that like his contract.
No, I'm so confused about what was she saying about Gronk?
No, because
you know I hardly watch football, but when I do or did, he was never on the field, and I'd be like, "Where is Gronk?" And then Dad's like, "Oh, he's hurt."
Gronk
I've
wasn't
never
making,
seen him play,
Gronk wasn't making $60 million a year.
but
though.
still he was getting paid.
You should have.
In my opinion, best tight end ever.
I don't want to hear any of that Travis Kelce nonsense. I don't want to hear any of that.
No.
I don't want to hear any of that garbage.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know, man. It's just that's a lot of money. I'm just saying that if somebody gets hurt and they're out for the whole year, maybe 50% of their salary or something. I know contracts are contract, and I know a lot of that money that because how much was the contract for? 303 million or so.
Yeah, the thing is, how much of that is guaranteed? I mean, look at
Well, that's
Deshaun
what I was
Watson.
gonna
He got
say.
it. Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, Deshaun Watson get injured tomorrow, and never play again. He's still going to make a boatload.
Sure, no, I know, and I know that's like the super max contract right now for NBA or whatever. But so, how much is Tatum making a year? I don't know. I have to look that up.
I'd have to look that up, but I know he's about to get paid the same, which is also concerning. And that's why I'm kind of glad the salary cap's going to keep going up. I'm going to keep buying more jerseys and more shirts, get my little revenue in there. Because wow, they're really going to have half the maybe more than half the salary cap on two people. Good core,
Yeah.
but for the next 3 years, I mean, they do have him, Tatum, and Porzingis.
But when is his
And
contract
Brogdon.
up?
Who's Tatum?
Yeah.
Next year, he'll be the richest paid player ever. He's eligible for an extension next year. I think he still has 2 or 3 years.
Okay, so I looked that up, right? I'm looking it up, and it says that the contract right now that because he signed at the time it was the max 5-year contract, and it was 163 million.
That's crazy, the difference in
and
a
it
couple
was,
years.
Like, so he's going to get paid from 23 to 24, 32 million 600,060, and then in 2024 to 2025, 34 million 848,340, and after that he has a 2025 26 player option for 37 million. So yeah, so they're saying that he's a year or so away from another for another $300 million contract. Now, I mean, I know Boston, the whole Boston sports thing or whatever. They're one of the richest ever. You know what I mean? But God, I mean, can the Celtics afford all that?
Brad Stevens will find a way.
Huh?
In Brad, we trust. He'll figure it out.
He will, but man, so you're gonna have like, so how much is that? How much is like?
Because Tatum's easily getting whatever Brown's making plus probably 10, 15 million, man. Let's be real. That salary cap by the time because you said the last year of his contract. When's the player option? What year was that?
25, 26, I think.
That's going to be a rich man 24, 25.
So I just looked up. So when he's making Jalen Brown's about to make $60 million a year, right?
Yeah.
Right. Divided by 82 games, my man's gonna make 731,707 a game.
I'm telling you, I've said this a million times before. People will say athletes are overpaid. right? Like, for example, you see Kylian Mbappe of PSG could make $1 billion playing for a Saudi league, $1 billion in a year. I don't know how many Instagram followers he has, but I know he has at least 1 million fans. I mean, soccer is the most watched sport in the world.
Right, right.
If everybody bought a $100 jersey, I don't know how much money that is, but it's a lot. And imagine that. No. Say he has 1 million fans. Even in perspective, we'll say Jaylen Brown, $70 million that last year. Pretty sure there are at least 1 million Celtics fans.
Sure.
We'll say 500,000 a low ball. If 100,000 of them buy a $120 jersey, if 20% buy a Celtics jersey, that's paying that contract.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? They got people like me buying the bobbleheads.
There's costs and all that stuff, right? And a whole bunch of different people are getting paid. No, but I get exactly what you're saying. I'm just being a smart ass. But no, I get it. But man, it's so like I guess I don't understand the whole contract thing and stuff like that. But I mean, 700 and what did I say? 730, 740, 732,000 a game, right? Like how much? I mean, how are the sales that insane?
I mean, you got to think about it. Not only is it
the bottom lines of a one game or something,
I mean, you got to think about it when you put it in perspective. Like, it's not the NFL outside of maybe Germany.
Yeah.
Nobody cares about the NFL other than us, of course. Nobody cares about the NFL. Nobody cares about the NFL. Yeah. NHL, it's really just Europe, and if you want to call Russia Asia, I guess Asia. Baseball. I mean, you got your Puerto Ricos, your Dominican Republics, but basketball has China. You have 1 billion people who love that sport. That's a market right there, man. That dude hit the jackpot by getting China involved in that.
Yeah.
Japan, Spain,
yeah.
France. I mean, look at Wembanyama. France is now on the map. You got France watching just because they got one of their own over there. They're making some money, man.
How long is the soccer season? Because I think that's what hurts the NFL too. 16 games, 8 home games. You know what I mean? And then like baseball, 81 home games, and then basketball, 41 home games. So I think they not suffer because they're all millionaires anyways. But I think that's a lot to do with it too. You know what I mean?
You're talking about soccer? Like how many games are in soccer season? I'd have to look it up. I want to say 32.
Okay, yeah, I mean, I don't know, but that's crazy, man. I mean, you see that on TV, and man, those stadiums are packed. I mean, talk about.
I mean, you got to think about it. If you,
huh?
Hey, Madre, do you know who Messi is?
No.
No. Do you know who Ronaldo is?
What is the one that you want? We try to get you the jersey.
No, that was like.
Okay, wow, making me look crazy right now. I was gonna say, if you go to any person on the street and you say name a soccer player, I guarantee you 99% of them would say Messi. Even though they haven't watched a kick of soccer in their life. Sorry, football. Football for the foreign viewers.
Yeah. So
after the USA beat England last year in the World Cup, it's soccer now.
Yeah.
We tied. It's soccer now.
So boring.
So the season is 34 games, MLS soccer.
You looked it up?
Yeah, I did. I just looked it up now.
I was off by 2.
Yeah, no, hey, that was good, though. That was good. I would have never guessed.
Man, it's not a good season for my Sounders right now.
Huh?
Not a good season for us right now, for the Sounders. My God. That team is the weirdest team ever. We get blown out constantly. Lately, in the last 20 games, I think we've won maybe 4. We're still second place in the West. Weird.
Yeah, so, I don't know. How's the Revolution doing? I don't keep up with them that much, really.
I can't stand the Revolution. I try not to follow them. They might be good for all I know.
Yeah. Soccer's
the
cool.
Revolution
I think soccer is one of those things that, like, huge games and stuff like that. I mean, that would be cool. I remember.
No, you can't tell me that the World Cup's not the most fascinating. If you want to consider, what's the most interesting playoffs in sports? The Stanley Cup happens every year. I mean, for example, millions of people watch people sprint for 9 seconds during the Olympics because it's every 4 years. The World Cup, man, nothing gets me riled up like watching, I don't know, Spain play Brazil. And I'm not Spaniard, nor am I Brazilian. So it's interesting stuff, man.
Yeah, I'm going back to the Olympics. I love the Olympics, though, man.
They're floppers.
Who?
Winter Olympics guy.
No, soccer.
Oh.
Basketball.
I agree with you on that one, man. The soccer's, man, when they bring out those stretchers and they take those fools out, man, that's funny, though. That's funny.
In my opinion, you got to blame the refs. They're the one falling for that trash.
Yeah, you see.
You're rewarding the acting.
You see that the NBA now they have that like an embellishment or something or whatever they're calling it.
Are they gonna do it?
Yeah, we'll see how they enforce that. They were going to start enforcing the the cheap little Harden fouls. And I watched the Celtics 76ers series for 7 games, and my God, Embiid was on the floor. Stomp Grant Williams' face, and why don't you stop flopping then? Why don't you stop the cheap fouls then?
Baby steps. That's annoying, man.
No,
Basketball
that's
is
baby steps
annoying.
is what Embiid needs to start taking because he stomped Grant Williams' face in the floor.
Yeah. But like they're gonna have like
God.
the big name players, the millionaire, the ones that are making all the money, like your Joel Embiids, your Hardens and stuff like that. I think a rookie player will not get that call in the NBA. You know what I mean? So
I mean,
think
not it.
But hey, baby steps.
A,
Like I
a
said,
rookie's not getting that call. A sophomore, junior, and even a senior, if that's a thing, because Jason Tatum does not get those calls.
right? Yeah. But man,
Not get those calls.
Sometimes I wish that Jason. I mean, I agree with voicing your opinion and stuff like that, but sometimes I just wish you just freaking just stop, man. Just stop and go play. You know what I mean? Let your game.
Oh, it's annoying. You're essentially giving the other team a power play on the other end of the floor.
Yeah. So
Now, let me ask you a question. How the tables have turned. I'm about to ask you guys a question.
sure.
And by you guys, man, Madra can answer this too because you were watching around that time. Who's winning, the 2016 Warriors or the 1996 Bulls?
How can you? How can you count the '96 Bulls out, man? How?
I think the Warriors would sweep them.
You think the Warriors will sweep them?
Absolutely. I'll even go down from the record-breaking year. I think the 2017 Warriors would sweep them easy.
I don't know, man. I don't know.
Who did the Bulls have on that team?
I remember watching the Bulls. When they won the 3 in a row, then he left, and then they came back and won the other 3 in a row. And hey, Golden State's the coach Gurr was there, and they Craig Hodges. Oh, God, man, it was just. I don't know, man. It's a different era.
Now, do you remember the starting 5 for that Bulls team?
God, it has to be. I would think. Wow, you put me on the spot here. If I'm
Scottie Pippen, Michael Jordan.
Let me answer. It's going to be MJ, Scottie Pippen. It's going to be probably Steve Kerr. Bill Cartwright was probably the man in the middle. Horace Grant. Dennis Rodman. I don't know if he ever started or not. But they had a 1 year. I don't know if it was later on when they won. Tony Kukoc was there. Luke Longley. So I don't know if the first 3 or the last 3. And I know I have my names, and I would have to look it up. But yeah, all those names. It was just Craig Hodges won the 3-point contest a few times. Steve Kerr won a couple games for them with some big shots.
So who was it?
But Scottie Pippen, MJ. Bill Paxson was one of the starters too, around that time. So
I think he knows it.
You're going to tell me that team's going to, in a 7-game series, that team's going to be Steph, Clay, Kevin Durant, Draymond Green. I don't even need to know who the 5th one is. I want to say maybe Andrew Bogut. You're going to tell me that team's going to beat probably the 2 greatest shooters of all time, a top 10 NBA player of all time, and a defensive presence, the ultimate, the definition of, he invented the triple single. Draymond Green, 9 blocks, 9 points, 9 assists.
Okay, but with
Come on.
with the toughness and the referees or whatever from 1990s, you know what I mean? Because you can't tell me like those wars, like it was a legit war when like the Celtics and the Lakers, or even like the Bulls trying to beat the Pistons. The Nasty Boys. I mean, you know what I mean? They used to. I mean, it wasn't like now.
The thing is, we'll never.
Now they even look at you the wrong way. They blow the whistle. You know what I mean? So I don't.
And as far as toughness goes, I don't think we'll ever know how tough that Warriors team was because they went against the ultimate playoff choker, LeBron James. 6 finals losses. He was over here taking, deals to get his friends. Hey, let me get an old Dwayne Wade. Oh my God, let me get Rodney Hood. I think that'd be a great idea.
I just don't.
Come on, man. We'll never know how good those Warriors teams were because they had such an advantage over the garbage they played.
Yeah, but now you get looked the wrong way, and you get. I mean, it's ridiculous. I mean, sometimes you're shooting, and they don't even touch you or anything, and they be blowing the whistle and stuff like that, and the toughness not there, man. Rick Mahorn, Bill Laimbeer, I mean Dennis Rodman, all those people, man. Like, I don't know. I don't know.
I don't think anybody's locking down the GOAT shooter, Steph Curry, or Kevin Durant.
I don't think he could play physical. That guy, I don't think he can play physical like that, man. You have to be tough back in the 90s.
He doesn't need to play physical. That guy can pull up from half court and make it, just like
Exactly.
That's it.
That's ridiculous. It's like one of those like MTV freaking celebrity game things. You know what I mean? Now, back to freaking being clowns or whatever. The WNBA, do they have a 4-point shot? I have to look this up because I'm pretty sure they have a 4-point shot now. You know?
I don't know. If they have a 4-point shot, they might as well add a money ball rack in overtime because that league is an absolute
just wear
joke.
A freaking,
Nobody,
multicolor freaking wig and a clown nose. You know what I mean? I don't know. I'm sorry. I'm just
I'll tell you one thing that I am absolutely sick and tired of seeing. I am sick and tired of seeing kids look up to these liars. Kids look up to LeBron. Kids look up to Kyrie Irving. They try to craft their game. And you know what they do? They lie. You're going to tell me Kyrie Irving tweeted, I actually learn a lot watching the WNBA. Get out of here, man. No, you don't. What, do you learn how to do layup lines? That league is an absolute joke.
Yeah.
I'm telling you. I would rather watch, honestly, paint dry, grass grow. I'd rather go to work than watch a WNBA game. I can't tell you a team who's good. I do know Sue Bird's good, though. I do like Sue Bird, the GOAT.
Listen to this. Ready? WNBA 4-point shot. There will be 4 circles on the court, each 28 feet from the basket. And if a player makes a shot while in contact with one of them, it will be 4 points. Come on, man. You know what I mean?
Wouldn't it be if they were shooting a 3 and they made contact and they made it? Wouldn't it be 4 points anyways? A 4-point play?
No. Well, yeah, that's if you get fouled or whatever. But now they have 4 circles, and if any part of their foot is touching one of those 4 circles, and you make the basket, it's a 4-point.
Oh, I thought you said if anybody touches you.
We thought you said if anybody touches them.
No. If any part of your body is like if your foot's touching any part of that circle and you shoot it and you make it, it's a 4-pointer. So I guess if you're touching it and you shoot it and you get fouled, there's a chance for a 5-point play. I mean, and that's what I'm saying, man. And I agree with you in a way that the Golden State Warriors were a great team that year or whatever. And I think money also. I mean, I think it was because of money. Now you can buy championships, and you can't dispute that. You know what I mean?
Wait, who's bought a championship?
People like Durant.
Let me ask you a question. Hold on, I am a little intrigued by you saying that.
What?
Who bought a championship?
The Golden State Warriors. Durant.
They drafted Steph. They drafted Clay. The only person they signed was KD.
In the NBA. At one point,
the only person they signed was KD. Other than that, they drafted that whole team. Other than KD, they bought one guy.
I'm saying, man, they all again, man. That will be a discussion that we can go around in circles, and we'll be here all day and all night. You know what I mean?
This is not baseball where it's like I wouldn't even say the Dodgers. They're probably the greatest chokers besides the Packers and Aaron Rodgers in sports, and the Buffalo Bills now. Yeah. But the Yankees, how they used to buy championships because there's no salary cap. Like there's a salary cap for a reason.
Yeah. No, I agree, but I mean, it's like, I don't know, man. I don't know. I just, the toughness is not there, bro. I can't. You know what I mean? Like, remember Kurt Rambis? You remember Kurt Rambis from the Lakers?
Oh, what about
who that was?
You know what's crazy? I actually saw a YouTube short by the Makeshift Project that mentioned him the other day.
Kurt Rambis was the guy from the Lakers that had the glasses like yours with the white.
I was gonna say he wore glasses, huh? Yeah.
He had the white tape on it. My man used to be like, I mean, he used to get fouled, whatever. I mean, they would be bleeding and stuff like that. I'm not saying whatever, man, but the toughness wasn't there. You know how hard MJ got fouled before? McHale. I mean, those were wars, man. I remember growing up watching that, man, and I don't know. I just don't know in a physical game. But no, you're right. That would be a good, and it's one of those discussions that we will never know the answers to. You know what I mean? We can talk about it, who was the greatest team or whatever, but they're like different eras and stuff like that, you know? So,
I mean, that's the difference between, do you want a Sean Thornton or a Connor McDavid?
Right, exactly.
I mean, Sean Thornton's tough, but Connor McDavid will get you 150 points.
Exactly.
I don't know, man. I heavily disagree.
Yeah. No, and we're good. But now that you said that and you mentioned Sean Thornton, man, the old Bruins, man.
My guy?
The the Bruins.
I loved him, but he would
go Bruins.
Ass.
Go Bruins.
It's God. They got older, man. They got older. We have a lot of 1-year deals this year, and it's
that's what I'm saying.
Now without Bergeron.
Genius move. Call me being biased, whatever. Genius move. You know why? Next year.
Yep.
the Bruins will have, I think, the largest amount of cap space to
Yeah.
spend ever.
Sure. No, they're gonna get a
And
lot of players.
coincidentally, next year, they is probably one of the best free agency classes of all time. So that's what I said. Next year, they're not going to be good. They're not playing for next year, man. They're playing for 2 years from now.
Sure.
Maybe Bertuzzi, who signed a 1-year deal in Toronto, comes back.
Right. So
Maybe they get Austin Matthews. They can afford him. Why
So
not?
we're gonna-
He's a new Bergeron now, I guess. I don't know.
So in a couple of years, we might buy a championship.
No, that's different, man. That's
But
crazy.
hey, man, yeah, it's it was great having you, man. We definitely need to come back, man, and do some more podcasting with us. Hopefully we can have you and Louie. We'll throw Renee in there too. You know, and yeah, we can have fun and do a podcast together, man.
Podcast?
A podcast. We can do a podcast. Who's holding up
In
the
honor of
Stanley Cup
Kike.
there? Show it to everybody.
Ah, man. The one and only.
Yeah,
Therese Bergeron.
yeah. Man, you know who I miss though too for the Bruins, man? Chara.
Yeah.
Big Z. That guy was the man too, man. So
He was the man. He was a good guy, too.
yeah. So you know,
Canadians
we went
fans
from Big
hate him,
Z-
but
I'm sorry, say it again.
I said Canadians fans hate him, but they should be worried about their own team being garbage. They should worry about hating their own
Right.
team.
Correct. We went from Big Z. We we had the we got to see him. You know what I mean? We went to a couple of the games. We got to see Patrice Bergeron, Martian, and all that. But those are big skates to fill, man. From Big Z to Bergeron. So that's why I think Martian would be a good
Wait.
fit.
Keep talking. I'm trying to get Virgie. Since
So-
we're talking about Virgie.
And I just want to end it on a high note.
Yeah.
One of the first calls I made this morning was to my buddy Mike.
Yeah.
You know Mike.
What up, Mike?
And
Shout
you know
out
what I
to
told
Mike.
him? Shout out to Mike Alexis Lumberis, the man himself. I said, you know what? Damn, we really went to a Bruins game this year. That means we saw not only one of the last goals from Bergeron, but Krejci as well, because Krejci's gone damn near.
Yeah.
He'll
yeah,
retire.
Yeah.
We saw both of them. Dude, we really saw Pasta, Bergie, Krejci, and Marchand score.
Yeah.
What else could you ask for? And we won.
Right.
Wait, where's Virgie?
Let's see if we can make a
Virgie.
Burge, the man. Burge, say hi. Say what's up to the
The
people,
man, the myth, the legend.
He's tired.
Burge is tired.
I
But,
think he'll come out.
Yeah. So, but hey, man, good talking to you.
Always
Like
a
I
pleasure,
said,
like
man.
Chick-fil-A.
Huh?
I said always a pleasure, like Chick-fil-A.
Yeah.
Wow.
Wow. But yeah, man, good stuff. Good talk, good insight. Go 96 Bulls, man, all the way.
2017 Warriors would sweep them. They would win in 3 if a possibility.
Yeah. But okay, man. So we'll like definitely have to do it again, man. And busy sports day. And I don't know, man. This is I think one of those days that we're gonna remember for a long time. I know that might sound corny and all, but I think that's one of the things that we're gonna remember for a long time.
Especially if the Red Sox win tonight. Look, they split a series with the bet because this is a 2-game series. They split the series with the best team in baseball. Might be buyers. We'll see. We
Yeah.
shall see. It is not over.
Yeah, we'll see. And so yeah, I think the game was delayed. I know it didn't start at 7. I think it started like past 8 o'clock or something like that. So
And they started at 8:50.
well, what time is it there now? 6?
Well, 6:15. 9:15 over there. They're probably in the second inning now.
Yeah, lucky.
So,
So
yeah, so we'll talk next time.
yeah.
Yeah, it's pretty nice.
But okay, man. And remember, UFC I think is this weekend, the big one, right? Or Saturday?
Oh, that's a whole new podcast. I hope both of them lose.
What's that?
Oh, what?
I said that's a whole different podcast. I hope both of them lose.
Oh, yeah. No, we can.
Wait,
so
let's
we'll do
say
that,
same
alright?
time tomorrow. Same
Huh?
time tomorrow.
Yeah.
Same time tomorrow. I got a lot to say about Dustin Poirier and Duck Lip Gaethje. They are both bums. They would both get smoked by Kobe Chaos Covington, who will be winning the belt on November 11th, 2023.
Right.
So that's a whole new conversation. I don't want to go there.
You want to do it again tomorrow then?
Yes, sir.
You want to have another podcast tomorrow? What do you want to talk about?
Man, let's get UFC. Let's go. Wow, man, UFC. Let's talk about UFC on Saturday. Because think about it. You got
No, so we
Poirier,
wanna-
Gaethje.
You want to talk tomorrow? Obviously, tomorrow's Wednesday, but you want to do another podcast tomorrow, and then we can be on, and then we can talk about all UFC, setting it up for Saturday, and then we can have another one after, or what?
I mean, we can even record a video on Thursday making predictions. Because
Okay.
Friday's
Okay,
ceremonial
we can do that.
weigh-in /
And then-
official weigh-ins.
Maybe we'll touch a little bit about Denny Hamlin this past Sunday.
Oh my! You know what? Same time tomorrow.
That'll be
Same
another
time
podcast,
tomorrow.
though. That'll be another podcast.
Denny Fraudlin, the bum. All right,
Ha ha.
Yeah.
the
all right,
bum.
man.
He has to
Hey,
cheat to win.
Yeah. So we love you, man.
We love you too. Edelman.
Have a great night. Say hello to Renee for us.
Wait, we need Edelman.
Oh, Edelman's gonna be on.
Oh, we will.
Edelman. There it is, Edelman. The man.
Edelman.
See, our dogs are all named after Boston. You know, we've had a Fenway before. We have an Edelman. Bruin. So
Puck.
Yeah.
we had Puck. We had Slugger. So, but all right, man. We love you. Thanks for doing this. Yeah, we'll do it again tomorrow. And UFC, get your UFC notes ready, and we'll have a great podcast. All right.
Got all the notes right here. All right.
man.
Love you.
We love you, man.
I love you.
We'll talk to you later.
Bye.
All right, man.
Bye.
Cut.